So after you run the script, it will create this window. It can be connected just like any else, and it's safe with workspace. So after you reopen Maya, it will be there. That's nice. Obviously, only if your workspace has been saved. So each of these line respond to separate attribute. All these three for translate y, x, y, z, and rotate x, y, z. When you drag in these attributes. By the way, I will tell you from the start. You can like isolate each of them. You can make it this tree. You can make it by default it's vertical. You can make it horizontal now, and isolate this here and drag it horizontal. I'm telling you now. I will explain it later, but so you should know from start that it's possible. So it's dragging. Shortcuts, additive shortcuts. To jump to next key, you hold Alt or Control. If I hold Alt, I will jump to next key. So it's quite simple. If I hold Control, next time when I drag in, it will jump next key and start immediately dragging. That's nice. So Alt to jump forward, Control to jump backward. To jump between keys by dragging, you can hold what you can hold. You can hold Alt and right mouse button. So I hold Alt and right mouse button, and when I while dragging, I'm jumping between these TX keys. If I drag in between TY, I jump in between TY keys. If I you get it. How to drag in by each frame? Same as normal time slider. You hold Alt, but not right mouse, but middle mouse. Alt middle mouse, and you drag in like normal time slider. So I can create key here. I can create key here. So then I can jump between them. I can create here. If I hold Alt right mouse, I jump between each key. To remove selection, I will explain it later, but for now I will have selected. It's Alt Shift, because you can grow a lot of time you grow, and to clear selection you don't wanna clear press every time. Here you can just have selection, just press Alt Shift and you clear your selection. If you wanna delete current key, you hold Alt and Control, left mouse, and you delete key on the current key. So I wanna delete this key. I hold Alt Control left mouse, and it's deleted. Next, I wanna jump to previous key. I hold Alt and right button, and I jump to previous key. Now I can jump between forward, backward, and I see I have a very big sensitivity. I want to make it lower. Each of them have its own sensitivity, and it's this number. I should hold Control Shift and left mouse, and I dragging it down. It's 0.3 now. It's lower, and it's quite nice, more nice. To it's have less effect. Next, shortcuts. If you press just right button on any channel, it will isolate full window. So if you wanna make it small, keep it small, you can keep it small, but select separate channel in which you wanna work, and isolate it and work with this channel. Or next, you can press Control Shift and middle mouse. If I press it once, it will isolate only translate channels, and I can hit right mouse button and isolate separate each individually. If I press Control Shift middle mouse again, it will now only rotate. If I press Ctrl Shift middle again, it will so it's cycle 3 this, and all 6 this. Now, how to make it horizontal? I work on the tablet, and I think it's more comfortable for me to be vertical. That's why it's vertical. But you can make it horizontal. How to make it? You should press Ctrl Shift and the wheel mouse wheel back, wheel down back, and they come horizontal, and they can be an effect, and you should drag horizontal. And all these shortcuts work separating same, but they now horizontal. So Ctrl Shift mouse wheel back, down, they horizontal, up they back to vertical. So for change I make it horizontal. And isolate this so I can work this with. I now horizontally dragging. With this I wanna isolate this. I wanna just X. I wanna jump to X. I wanna to delete this. I press Ctrl Shift left mouse. I wanna jump to next. I wanna jump to next. Jump to next. Jump to Z. Jump to Y. Jump to next key. Jump to previous key. All that stuff. Next, how to grow current selection? You just hold Shift and left mouse and dragging forward. Make it closer. Okay, close. See, I am growing forward or backward. And if when you have this kind of selection, when you dragging, you make it soft selection. To clear selection, you just press Alt Shift, as I was said before, and left mouse, and you clear current selection. What is nice is when you if I get here, I'm growing a little bit forward, little bit far backward, and make it this soft selection, dragging. When I jump with Alt or Control forward, in this case to jump forward, this soft selection will selection of the current keys will jump to. So if I drag here, I'm dragging. I'm jumping in one key, in more key, and you see my selection is moving. Selection of the keys. Well, I can now just grow everything backward. I can smooth everything. I will explain how it works later. For now, just easily to show and break every frame. So, how you can grow? You can grow from not just backward and forward. You can grow just holding middle mouse. So I hold the middle mouse and I'm growing both sides, and shrink at the same time if I want. So I can shrink, chpok. Can jump to this key, clear selection, grow here, chpok. Jump here, clear selection, grow here, like that. Next, couple effects. First is the smooth. So I will grow forward, grow backward, and to smooth you hold right mouse button and Shift, and it will relax. Not relax, smooth. It's smooth, and same time it's reducing. Well, in this case it's reducing because it was baked on every frame. But if you was be careful with stuff, because if you don't wanna many mega case, you shouldn't use it, because now I will grow backward forward. If now I apply smooth, right mouse and Shift and hold, you see it's at a lot of case. If you don't want it, you shouldn't use it. Next, you can favoring. I will grow forward, so I wanna next frames to favoring to current frame. I will hold right mouse button and right and Control, and I hold it forward. Oh, like positive way. I remember because when I vertical, it's not forward, it's up. In this case, it's forward. When you dragging forward, you favoring to current frame. If you dragging opposite way, it's negative way. So if you wanna favor into these frames, if I clear selection, if I have selection backward and forward, it will favor in this frame from both sides. So I hold Control and right mouse, and it's favoring from both sides. Now I grow more to relax, and to relax it, not relax, smooth. If to smooth it more effect, you not just shift and right mouse, but shift and control and right mouse, and it's shift, it's move more effect applied. And you can apply any of these effects actually from selection from time slider. So if I wanna specific this part from this frame to this frame now and apply favoring, all this key will be favoring to this 64 frame. So if now I hold Control right mouse, all of them are favoring to this position. And the next last effect, which is retiming. If I make it more obvious, if I jump somewhere here, grow here, jump somewhere here, grow here, and make it that way. Smooth all that, clear selection, and I wanna retime it. Retiming all this. I will grow. Well, obviously everything. And if I hold middle mouse and shift and drag forward or backward, all these selected keys will, you see, it's not work perfectly a lot of times. Will no, well, you see what's happening. It's kinda smoothly dragging forward or backward. You see, sometimes it's jump a lot, not great. And talk about soft selection. It's have different mods actually. How I will show it. I will make it here. By default, soft selection is smooth. So now I'm dragging. It's have smooth off. I will hide tangents. They like show a lot. It's have smooth. Oh, my tools make tangents go back, unfortunately. So if you have tangents hide, it will always back. I forget this. Okay. So by default, it's smooth in, smooth out. If I wanna make from this, if I control and focus should be on this key, on this button. If I control, I'm looking here now. By default, it's smooth borders. It show smooth borders. I hold control and the mouse wheel down. Now it shows sharp borders. If now I will drag, it will have sharp borders. You see. And for each line, it's separate follow. By the way, so now it's soft selection have sharp borders. You see, it's smooth at the at this here and sharp and here. If I go to the next and grow forward from this, and the control will back again. Now it's show linear. Now if I drag, you see it's have linear effects. Because it's have a frame, it's have a keyframe on any frame, it's quite obvious. That's why I have shown you. Some case, a lot of case, you want a linear or like sharp borders, but by default it's soft. So now it's smooth borders by default. So again, I can select, I can grow back, grow forward, apply smooth. I'm not. It's not smooth. It's retime. You see, it's work not perfect. It's jump a lot. So you should just drag a little if you wanna retime all of this. If I wanna, and it's every time reducing keys if it's have frame, same as smooth. Like, so if I wanna apply smooth, I hold Shift right mouse button and it's smooth. But it's every time reducing a lot of keys. If it's have keys on every frame, you shouldn't forget about this. And finally, shortcuts with the mouse wheel. If you just dragging your mouse wheel on this channel, on any channel, it will jump. Too many frames. Now, if I just mouse wheel rolling, it's jump around rotate Y, rotate Z. So you see it. You can, if you hold Control and the mouse wheel up forward, you cycle between all of them 6, only 3, next 3, and all 6. At the start, I show you shortcut which do the same thing when you Control Shift and middle mouse. So make the same thing. The point is when you work on the tablet, how I worked, you don't mouse wheel. So I'm used it's Control Shift and middle mouse to jump between this cycle between layouts. But if you work with the mouse, you can just Control up, rolling up, and it will cycle. And to isolate, you can right mouse button, of course, and at the same time you can shift and wheel forward, wheel roll forward. The difference between them, it's right mouse button, it's toggle. When you toggle, it's back, but shift up, shift mouse wheel up, it will only isolate this. But to back, to unisolate, to show all frames, you should roll backward. So shift mouse wheel forward, backward, same as right mouse.